Hi everyone, my name is William Connor, and I'm here to tell you guys a few things about alcohol and all the dangerous effects it has on the human body. But to start off, I'm just going to start with a few questions. Have you guys ever seen or gone through a hangover, which is after a long night of drinking? Uh, in the morning, you feel like your head is throbbing, you have a headache, you're nauseous, you may vomit, be sensitive to light and loud noises. If yes, then you've received some short term side effects of alcohol, and this is when your body is recuperating to try to drain out all the toxins. But first, my specific purpose is to inform you guys all the dangerous effects alcohol has on the human body physically, emotionally, and socially. In this speech, I will tell you the dangers of alcohol with some personal stories of mine. I will tell you ways to eliminate this problem, the benefits to help others with this problem, and where to go to seek professional help for the people with drinking problems. So the first topic is the danger of alcohol, the dangers of alcohol. Alcohol is very dangerous. It can kill millions of people. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse, it caused 3.3 million deaths back in 2012, and that number is steadily inclining with each year. It is known for 5.9% of all global deaths and is very destructive to people, not only uh, in their workplace, but also with relationships with their family members and friends. If you're fortunate enough to not die from alcohol poisoning, it can definitely cause uh, your it can definitely affect your productivity in work. If you're not 100%, you can't give 100%. You may be grumpy. You may, as I said, you may be sensitive to light and loud noises, which things normally wouldn't get under your skin will get under your skin, and maybe you start snapping at coworkers. Perhaps this will affect the respect coworkers have for you and how they view you. This can also be the same for family relationships or friend relationships. My mother was an alcoholic when I was 16. Back in 2013, my brother was married, was getting married. He had his wedding in September, and my mother showed up late and drunk to that event, which was very special for both him and her. So you could imagine the disappointment they had in each other. Well, the disappointment my brother had in my mom, and the disappointment my mother had in herself. But after that, uh, she went a couple months after that. She went into rehab, and ever since then she's been sober, and they have a good, healthy relationship again. This is just a story to tell you guys what we can do as individuals for when someone needs help. It is possible for them to help, even if it might not seem possible at the time. In the long run, it'll definitely be helpful. Another statistic is alcohol, according to the National Council of Alcoholism and Drug Defendants, 17.6 million Americans are acclaimed alcoholics. This is people who acclaim they have a problem and seek help for this problem. And that's only in America. America is one of the highest alcoholic rates in the world. Um, as I said before, this is with only the people that admitted they have a problem. For people that have a drinking problem, it's very hard for them to admit they have a problem. Alcoholism is a disease and can be passed down from generation to generation very easily. Me myself, I try to stay away from alcohol. One, I'm still underage, and two, I saw how it affected my mother. But let's get to the step-by-step process of how we can help an alcoholic. It is very complicated. Alcoholism is very complicated. It's different for everybody. They have different stories, different situations. But what we can do is we can tell them the dangers and the effects it has on people. We can also, when we drink with them, try not to indulge in such a binge drinking type of atmosphere of party drinking. Try to start it off as a relaxed manner where we're just drinking to relax, perhaps, because most people who become alcoholics usually start at a young age, underage, which is worse. And what most underage drinkers are doing is drinking alcohol to binge drink to get drunk, and this leads to very destructive drinking habits and can ultimately lead to alcoholism. And what we can do is stop that by creating the atmosphere, letting them know the dangers of alcohol, showing them stories about people who've gone through the hardship of being an alcoholic. But also, the benefits of this situation is to stop someone who has a drinking problem to become an alcoholic. For example, if they're reluctant to admit they have a problem, and some are, some may not be. Some may have drunk too much one night and create a different scene, and some people may have just drank too much one night and may think that's not a problem, but this might continually happen, and that'll cause a problem. When you're with someone, always hydrate them with water. Give them food to process, to which makes it harder for the alcohol to break down, which gives the body more time to react to the alcohol consumption. Um, Another action step is to to so how do we eliminate this problem? It's a very complex problem, and there are millions of people who are affected by alcohol. Um, as I stated, the step by steps pretty hard to follow, but if you go through this um, and teach your friends, teach maybe young adults, maybe even teenagers, all the dangerous effects, it can definitely lead to less alcoholics in America. To eliminate this problem, I believe as a society in America, we should start viewing alcohol not as a party drink. That's just a big outlook on it, but as individuals, we can spread the word as citizens how damaging alcohol is. We can also inform them on rehabs and the facilities that there are thousands across the country, and even introduce them to AA meetings, Alcohol Anonymous meetings. Um, if you're if you think one of your friends or someone you know has a drinking problem and don't want to confront them to seek professional help, you might want to take them to a meeting, an Alcohol Anonymous meeting. It's completely free. The step we can take is to go with them personally so they don't feel alienated as if they have this big disease or this problem and feel reluctant to seek help. And if you find someone that might have a drinking problem, maybe someone you know, someone close to you, never be afraid to give them a little hint about all the dangers of it. Maybe not all of them, but some, and maybe introduce the idea of Alcohol Anonymous.